Alright, so this area right here behind me is an area I'm going to be planting today. I gotta get this in quick because the rain's coming. But this is a little spot I left unplanted this spring along the edge of the beans, and then it goes up kind of along the corn too. Over by the corn it'll probably grow better because there's more sun. Here's all these trees, so I don't really expect the brassicas to do that good. I probably should have planted all the way up to the edge here with the beans, but whatever. I'm just going to broadcast it right over the soil. I came in here and mowed this maybe like a week or two ago because it was kind of getting tall, the grass and weeds. Mowed it down. There's really good soil exposure, as you can tell. I'm just going to broadcast the seeds right on top and spray it right after today. So, and I got another small spot I'm going to do in this same video. It's basically just right over there in that brush a little bit. It's one of my small little tiny kill plots, like not even maybe like 10th 15th of an acre. It's a really small spot, kind of like this. This is just a really small spot on the edge of the field here. So basically just doing the same method for both these plantings, just broadcast and spray. So basically just 100% no-till. So we'll see how it works. Yeah, I'm gonna get broadcast and seed here because the rain's coming. So I'm gonna be using wintergreens right here. This is my 3rd year of planting this stuff, and it's probably one of my favorite brassica blends, this and honey hole. So basically I'm gonna be planting about 75% that, and then this right here is just some straight Dinkin or tillage radish, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to mix this tillage radish with the wintergreens. Like I said, about 75% this and 25% this, because these tillage radishes, they make those big long tubers like this, and the tillage radish is the most attractive brassica in September and most of October. Once you get to late October, November, these tillage radishes start kind of breaking down faster. These wintergreens and kale would forage rate plants. Those will last all the way into throughout the whole winter. They'll stay green. Alright, so here we are. This is that other small little food plot. I'm literally just in the brush, maybe like 50 yards away from our bigger field, right out there where I just was. Anyways, this plot, you can tell, this ragweed and a lot of these other weeds are pretty tall. I haven't mowed it this whole summer yet. This is all the stuff that regrew from this spring on. I had brassicas here last year as well. This is a brand new plot last year. I cut this all out in April and everything. So last year was the first year we had anything here. And this year I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put it into brassicas. We got really good seed to soil exposure. So I should get good seed to soil contact. There's plenty of bare dirt underneath these weeds, so I'm just going to broadcast right into the weeds and then crush everything down with the four-wheeler. And then after I crush everything down, I'm going to spray this spot and the other spot, and that'll just get rid of everything. We'll have a perfect weed-free food plot of brassicas. So that's the plan. Same mix is going in here as what I did out there. Well, here we are. Not really sure how long this is after, but I'll have it up on the screen. This plot did not turn out as good as I was hoping. I didn't really get 100% kill on the weeds after I crushed them down, and then I did end up overseeding this plot. But overseeding like a small shaded plot is not as bad as overseeding a full sun plot, because a lot of times in the shade the plants don't reach their full potential anyway, so it's okay to have it a little bit thick. But some areas is too thick, other areas it looks about right in this plot, but overall I'm not really impressed with the results so far. You can see right here's a few weeds that the spray did not kill. It killed most everything, but anyways, you can see the brassicas here are pretty small, and that's mainly due to just this being such a small plot and it's kind of shaded. Right here's a tillage radish. Here's some more tillage radishes. Those tend to grow a little faster, but yeah, you can tell right here the spacing is a little bit too thick. Other areas the spacing of the plants look a little better, like right here, but you can tell they're pretty, you know, scraggly and stressed out looking because they're just really reaching for sunlight because it's so shady here. I'm probably going to come back in here in mid-September. Hopefully whenever we start getting some colder nights, it should kill off these weeds, and I'll just broadcast winter rye super thick in here, and that'll save the plot. It'll be like a green carpet if the brassicas don't do well, but I'm guessing that the brassicas will do better. You'll see next update there'll be it'll look a little bit more promising, but right now you can see these look pretty pathetic. These ones right here are a little better looking, but overall does not look as good as I was hoping. I guess this end a little bit more sunlight getting down in here. Brassicas are a little bigger, but again, lots of weeds in here, unfortunately. But it'll turn into definitely food for deer. That's what I planted it for. Here we are. This is the second spot. You can see a lot less weeds out here, and I purposely put this little section right here in kind of thick because, like I was saying, the brassicas usually don't reach their full potential when they're in this much shade. They kind of just stay as smaller plants, and out there in the sun they look better. You can see these ones are a little bit thinner, probably a little bit too thin. But yeah, these ones out here will really reach their full potential, being, you know, full sun and a lot more space to grow. But yeah, this is what they should look like. These plants out here look a lot healthier. And right here's a tillage radish. Here's like a forage rape or kale variety, and this is like a purple top turnip right here. So yeah, things are looking really good out here. I'll update you one more time in this video, so I guess I'll see you then. Well, here we are. Not sure how long this is after. It's been a while since I updated you. This will be the last update in the video. You can see we still don't have too many weeds coming in. All the weeds are just starting still, since I didn't till the soil up. You know, it's really keeping the weeds down, which is good. You can see the brassicas are coming up pretty good. They're pretty good sized already. Here's some of the forage rape or kale. That's like a purple top turnip. This is the tillage radish right here. So right here's a big tillage radish. He's already starting the tuber, but hopefully by the end of September, not December, hopefully by the end of September, these things will be close to knee high. Once they get about this big, they really start to take off. It takes them a little bit to get this big, but once they get this big, man, they just take off. A little bit thin down here on the end, but you can still see there's plants here. They're just kind of smaller. So it'll be interesting to see what this little spot turns into. This little area is pretty well shaded. You can see these brassicas aren't really going to turn into much. That's why I put them in super thick here, because I knew they wouldn't get that big. So in shaded areas, you're almost better off putting the brassicas in thicker. These things will be lucky to get as big as the other ones are. I probably should come in here and put some winter rye in here, but I'm going to keep taking you over to the other plot right in here. These beans look amazing. They're starting to really turn fast. Well, here we are. Here's the other plot. We did have a few weeds that survived the crushing down and spraying, but overall I did get a decent kill. As you can tell, these brassicas are a lot spindlier, and I did overseed this plot, but I overseeded it a little bit, like I said, just because it's partial shade. The shadiest area, the sunniest area is right here in the middle. Down there it's pretty shady too. These plants are, as you can tell, probably aren't going to get it that big, so that's why I'm probably going to come back through here in about a week or so. I could probably do it today and just layer the whole thing with winter rye, just to get, because I know that grows really well in shade, a lot better than brassicas do, and that'll just be like a nice green carpet. It won't take the deer that long to consume these brassicas, as small as they are. they might not even eat them. I'm not sure. But that's why I'm gonna come back and layer this all in winter rye. So didn't turn out as good as I was hoping it would, but I think this year I got to plant earlier in the summer, because as you can tell, these plants are really struggling. If I would have planted it a month earlier, they would have had more time to grow and put a little bit more volume on, but they're not going to get as big as a food plot in full sun. So either next year I'm going to put this into clover, or I'm just going to plant the brassicas probably early July to get them, you know, better sized by the hunting season. These aren't going to turn into much. Small as they are, it's already early September, so only got just about a month to grow yet. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and like I said, I'll have plenty of more brassica videos coming out. This is just the first of many, so stay tuned.